Good morning. Mark Hunter, Union Gospel Mission. So glad to be with you again this week for our weekly update. We're just so pleased that you take time out of your week each week to watch these brief videos about things going on around the mission. So this week I want to also remind you that we are now at day 28 of our 120 days of prayer, and you'll see some prayer requests come across this video throughout this video today. So please keep us in your prayers. Sign up to be a prayer champion at ugmsalem.org and help pray us into our new facility. This week I want to show you a video that our volunteer department put together, Hannah and AJ. It's a wonderful video that shares with you the experience of volunteering. Union Gospel Mission at its core, at its foundation, is built on wonderful volunteers that come to our facility and help us with all types of volunteer activities. And so we want you to check this out, and for more information, I'll give you some details at the end of the video.
So my name's Megan, and I help at Simonka Place.
My name is Sherry Molyneux. I served at the admin office.
My name is Mark Burrows, and I serve at the Mission Store.
My name is Jeremy Robles, and I serve at the Men's Mission downtown.
My name is Erica Jones, and I serve at Simonka Place in Kaiser.
A few years ago, I just felt kind of a longing to do something, to reach out, to connect with people that were looking for God, maybe had a need, a question. So I didn't know where or how, and somehow UGM came to mind. Yeah, once I met you, once I came to Simonka Place, it was clear this is a neat place to be.
I've been at Simonka a little over 3 years. I started out at the Men's Mission serving around Christmas time, but I just felt like God was calling me to do more, and specifically with women. So I applied at Simonka Place.
So Lord said, Mark, I want you to get up and get going and help somebody else that's less fortunate than you and serve. And the door was open to do that. So I started to serve at the Men's Mission, serving dinner on Thursday nights.
My perspective definitely has changed. Helping the men down at the mission has really opened up my eyes to their stories and what they go through every day, and it's really made me want to just help more. Really, it's helped me really understand that these people are really struggling and they just really need some help. They need some support. And as I've seen with some of the people down at the mission, when they receive that support, it really helps them change in a very good way.
Before I started volunteering here, I couldn't understand how does somebody get like that? How does that happen? Well, now I know that there's a gazillion ways. Sometimes just unfortunate circumstances that are totally out of somebody's control get them in a place where they just start to spiral.
You think you're just there to serve food, but it becomes so much more than that. You hear their story, you become part of their journey. They're excited to share it with you. And I've been able to watch them successfully graduate the program, and it's just been an awesome experience.
What people really need as the homeless is somebody to show them the direction of how they can be set free from addictions, from pain, suffering, all that. So if we can be involved in some way where we can feed them or educate them or help them get back on their feet and be a part of the productive part of society, I think that's great.
One of the most inspiring moments that I can think of is it was my birthday. And, when I walked into the kitchen, one of the girls said, "We didn't think you were coming because it's your birthday." And before I could say, "How do you know it's my birthday?" she had turned out to the dining hall and she announced that Erica's here and it's her birthday. And then they all joined in and sang happy birthday. And that moment I realized, as much as I care about them and how much they mean to me, I mean just as much to them, and they care just as much about me. And it was honestly just the highlight of my birthday that day.
Yeah, for a new volunteer, I would suggest that they would call the UGM office to find out how they can get involved. What are the opportunities to serve? Because the backbone of UGM is volunteers. And ask about going on a tour of facilities to find out what's going on behind the scenes. And then maybe there's possibilities they can come alongside a staff member or a volunteer and spend a couple hours just working with that person, see what they really do there.
that first step, it can seem daunting. We've all got these fears and doubts, and I don't have anything to give or offer. Who am I? I guess my advice is just just don't listen to that. Don't cave into that fear. There's no harm. Just reach out, give it a try.
My best advice is please just do it. Just do it. Nobody's going to ask you to do something you're not comfortable doing.
Well, if you're interested and you haven't quite just bitten the bullet and done it, do it. I think that's kind of the biggest thing. When I first started, I really wasn't sure how it would be, but once I started doing it, it just made me want to do more. You'd be surprised at just how much more you want to do once you actually start.
Join the movement.
Join the movement.
Join the movement.
Change the face of homelessness.
Change the face of homelessness.
In our community.
In our community.
One story at a time.
Thanks, community engagement team, Hannah and AJ, for putting that together and bringing those volunteers' testimonies to light. It's such an important part of what we do, and we just want to thank our volunteers as well as our supporters for all that you do for Union Gospel Mission. So please continue to pray for our volunteers. So other prayers this week include Restoration House, and we want you to pray for the team over there. They do a wonderful job of helping men that are coming out of incarceration readjust and regain employment and housing and move them back into the community. It's an amazing ministry, and we'll have more on that in months to come about Restoration House. Finally, we'd like for you to pray for this March's graduates. We have a number of graduates from the men's and the women's New Life Fellowship program that are graduating, and we'll be seeing some features on them in the upcoming weeks. So please watch for those updates coming. So those are our three prayers this week. First of all, for the volunteers around Union Gospel Mission. Secondly, for Restoration House. And third, for our graduates that are graduating this March. So again, thank you so much for helping us change the face of homelessness, one story at a time. Until next week, God bless.